Okay, this is gonna be a unboxing of the Dewalt table saw and table saw stand. DCS7485N, the FLEXVOLT table saw, runs off batteries, and the table saw stand as well, DE7400. Okay, with these tools, I finally completed my tool collection on everything that I would need as a self-employed carpenter for the jobs that I will be doing. So these tools are kind of special to me in the sense that I don't need to get any more. But yeah, let's get straight into it, and I'll be doing a unboxing and a review and a bit of usage on the tool as well. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to start with the table saw. Get that out the box and everything. Okay, so obviously you get your 3-year warranty and the manual. Okay, there's another box and another box. Okay. Okay, it's not that heavy. It's not as heavy as I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so for the setup, I thought I might as well get a bit closer. Okay, so this is what it looks like close up. Okay, this is a first unboxing and look around. Okay, so you've got your adjustments here to how far it goes out, I'm sure. Just need to unlock this bit, unlock that, and you can adjust it. Okay, so that's your adjustments. You've got your push stick here. Okay, you just unclip here, and this is the guide fence. Here is the guide fence, or just the fence. Okay, so you hook the guide fence onto here. Just sits on that bolt there. Sits on this bolt here. And then you push it down. Clip it in place, and on the other side, clip it in place. Okay, and your sheet materials or timber goes against here. If you want to do a rip cut on like a 6x2 or whatever timber you've got, do a rip cut. I'd set it to the right measurement and just do your rip cut. You can also take the push stick out here. It's got a little compartment where it can be held in place. It was just there. Okay, and you just push your timber across. You've also got your cross cut. Here's your guy to do the cross cuts. Okay, so you just put your timber here, goes along, hold it, and literally just do a cross cut. Okay, obviously I think it will be a bit better with a chop saw, but this will work fine as well. Some adjustments here as well. this is adjustments for the angle of the blade. Okay, you can get it to a 45-degree angle, and that's your 45-degree cut. Quite handy. Okay. Quite handy indeed. You can test that it's 100% square by getting a square and just putting it against, and it should be flat, which it is, so I know that's 100% square. Okay, but yeah, this is the FLEXVOLT model. So you've got the battery, the FLEXVOLT battery you need to put in there, and here is your power, which you can just clip that down. Okay. Now with the riving knife, for safety reasons, it's best to put this one on, so that is what we're gonna do. And to put this on, what you need to do is undo these screws, which I'm gonna do now. Okay, so with taking out the blade, you've got two spanners here. You just need to, on the side, you just need to undo this nut. Okay, and just simply take it off. And then what you do is you just get one here, one in here. All you need to do is tighten it off. So that's tightened off now. Can undo this. Take the bolt off and take this off. And take the blade out. Okay. So these are just stored at the bottom on the side. Okay, so now that the blade is out, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the riving knife for these safety riving knives. So it's a blade guard and a riving knife in one, and it comes in the box as well. Okay, so but to undo that, there's another compartment on the side, which I'll just show you now. There's a little compartment just underneath here, and what you need to do is you need to undo this here. Okay, so I think that's undone it, and then you just need to pull it, and I think that will bring it out. Yep. Okay, and then it should be the case of simply just popping this in now. So pull the lever out again, put that in, and then tighten it back up. Once you're done, tighten this lever back up just here. Okay, yep, make sure it's very tight, which it is now. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to put the blade back in the right way. Put the blade back in. get a good angle. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in here. Okay, tighten the bolt back on, or the nut back on. Okay, and then using the 2 spanners, I'm going to tighten it back up. So I've made sure it's very tight. Yep, not coming off. Okay, and this is just a blade guard. So it literally just guards from any injury. So it's got the riving knife and the blade guard on. Okay, you can also attach your dust extractor to the back of it. But now that the guard is tight and the riving knife, no, the blade is tight and the riving knife is on, I can put this on, back on, and put the bolts back in their place. Well, the screws back in their place. There's 2 ways you can put your guide. On this side, and it can only go out around about that much. Okay, which isn't a lot. You can also put it on the other end. Okay, so on the other end it can go out quite a lot more. Okay, quite a lot more. .52 centimeters, which is decent. If you've got longer sheet materials, you can always unclip this, and your pieces of MDF or any sheet materials can sit on here, and it just makes it a bit more stable. Okay, so that's everything for the visuals. So yeah, this is the table saw fully set up. Yep, looks very nice. It's 100% portable, obviously. You've got the battery, and I got the battery powered one just because on a lot of buildings I don't have electricity. I'm working on commercial buildings and sometimes I don't have electricity, so it just helps out a lot, it being battery powered. So I'm able to do all my cuts outside and everything, and it's just very handy. So that's why I got the FLEXVOLT version. Okay, so here's the table saw, looking all nice. I've used it for a couple of weeks now. It's really handy. So if you see, it's got all the marks here for the distance of how far you want to come away from your timber. It's easily adjustable. There's a clip at the side that you can used to lock it in place, which is here. This clip here just locks it in place, and when it's not locked in place, it's just easily adjustable by a knob on the side. So here I've got some dado rails to do. So here's the dado rail. I've just used timber, so I'm just adding more pieces. So I get the depth of the dado rail, get the depth, mark it on my timber. So I want to keep this side is wastage. And then what I'm going to do is, while the battery's out, I'm going to set my distance in line with my marks. So around about here. It's very important that you have the battery out while doing this. Okay, so that is here. Lock it in place. I've just locked it in place. Put the battery back in. Put your mask on. And then start going. And that is a nice smooth cut, very smooth. Let's see if I've made the right mark. Yep, I've made the right mark. Does it line up with the dado? It is perfect, the right size of the dado rail. So you can cut any timber you want to this length. I'm also gonna do some boxing in, but yeah, it's just really nice to cut stuff down with. It's also got the legs that it's just easy to move about, easily portable. It's not even that heavy. It may look heavy, but I can lift it up, and it's really not heavy at all. But yeah, it's just really handy. Like things like this, it's not gonna be neat if you use a circular saw, and you can't really use a track saw. So the circular saw, the table saw is good in its own right, and it's a really good tool to have in your toolbox. So I'm gonna fix these dado rails. Okay, so this is what I got for him. Some drill bits and a drill. Okay, the tools you're gonna need